All right, so we are live, and again, what we're doing here is I'm a noob and I'm creating a Java calculator. In these first few videos, you're going to see me write and start with the pseudocode and so on for the project. I have no idea how I'm going to do this, but we're going to learn on the way. Oh man. Like this guy, the comedian, his uncle. You're gonna learn today. We're gonna do it together. So I'm using the free form to kind of brainstorm the project. This is my initial initiation of my board. And sorry about the fan. It's the Dominican Republic, so it's a little, and you might hear this from time to time from mosquitoes. But anyway, let's get started coding. So here are this is the project. What I'm gonna need to do, and I had some notes for this project some time ago written down, and unfortunately I lost them. So we're going to start again. But that's okay because coming back to this project, in fact, has given me sort of new insight. I don't know how we're going to implement these ideas, but at least I feel like it's just going to be I have a better direction, you know. So let's use Why Not. By the way, you should download Why Not for Mac. It's amazing. Not the Why Not that is in the app store. I don't think it's in the White App Store yet. I got this from a YouTuber, and he put the links on his video or his website to download this. I forget. Here, so just in case you want this, by this guy. Okay, it's this guy in the middle. This this size dot tech why note, or this eyes dot tech why note. That's the website, and it's this guy Iskren Georgiev. Okay, it's amazing. Anyway, let's get at it. Let's get at it. Okay, I think black and white is better. Let's see. Yeah, I think black and white is a little more visible for this video. So, what I was thinking is that, of course, besides the classes that are going to be needed for addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication, because I'd rather separate the functions of addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. Okay, it's going to be a simple calculator, and then we'll see where this takes us. We're also going to need a target object for the number that we are going to first use, and then maybe use that number and have a second maybe target container for the next number. Okay, for now I'm going to constrain myself as far as the features of this calculator and say that I'm going to use only two numbers, you know, however large, but only two numbers, right, for any operation. And then we'll see how we can implement like adding more than one number in more than one operation. So two numbers, one operation. Okay. So that's the first thing we're going to do. So let's write this. Let me first. Okay, points of interest. Let's say points of interest. All right. So first constraints. So what the calculator is going to be and what is not going to be. All right. So one. One. Okay. Okay. Only two operands. Right, only two operands. Okay. B. Only one operation. Okay. And then let's see. Okay. Only four types of operations. That would be addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. All right. So that's our constraints. Okay, those are our constraints. Okay. So two implementations. To pay for addition. So implementation for addition. Okay. To A1, use math class from Java. That's the first thing. Okay, that's gonna be true for multiplication and so on. So let's say, all right, and then we're gonna show subtraction. Okay. 3. Okay. Oh. 3 subtraction. It's gonna be the same thing. And then for division, we're gonna do the same thing. Okay. And then for multiplication, we're going to do the same thing. All right. So that's the first thing. Then to B. Okay. 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 What we're gonna do is we're going to use those, not just like integers, right? Because we want to use sign numbers and also decimal points. All right, so let's copy this. Okay. All right, so that's the first thing. Okay, so we are also going to write the code for this, the pseudocode for this. We're gonna do it in free form instead of the IDE, and then once we have the pseudocode written in the free form, then we're going to take it to the IDE. Basically, by the time that we do this, it should be somewhat done. The whole project, right? And then we'll just need to run code and just copy the code and make it work, right? Okay. Okay. So, education. I forgot to say this. We're gonna use class. Okay, so let's say note. Use classes for the diverse operations. Okay. And then we're going to use class, class, and class. Okay. I probably just called them like add class, subclass, div class, and multi-class. That's probably what their name is going to be. Alright, so that's the first thing. So use classes for diverse operations. Use doubles to allow sign. What am I doing here? Sing number. And that's how you know that I'm going to have trouble when I start coding. Oh, brother. Alright. Sign numbers. Okay. Sign numbers. And then I gotta keep track of the time of the recording, of the streaming actually. 12 minutes, okay. And then we are going to, okay. So constraints, okay, only 2 operands, only 1 operation, only 4 types of operations, instance, subtraction, division, and multiplication. Okay. Okay. Now multiplication, let's see. What else? This should be also use only doubles. That also should be listed under constraints, which should drip down to the rest of my algorithm here. Use only doubles. Let's see what else we can think. Okay. Use only doubles. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. I'll just list that like this. Excuse me. Implementation. Okay. Classes, addition class, subtraction class, division class, multiplication class. Maybe I'll need some other class for the display, I don't know. Or like maybe a results class. Oh, maybe a results class. Okay. Okay. Let's see, split 2. Three, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. Classes, okay. Okay, so results. results class. Alright. So that's more like it. Okay. Okay, okay. So, results class. Okay. Before I do that, results class to hold results. Okay. This class will hold results. At least I think I'm gonna need it, right? This result. You know what? Let's just put it like this. 6a hold result. Okay. It's probably one of those containers I was talking about earlier. Hold results. Okay. And it will allow results retrieval. Now results retrieval. Okay. B, allow results overwrite. Allow results overwrite. Okay. Override. Allow results override. Okay. Allow results retrieval. Allow results override. How many results should it contain? 1 or 2? Possibly 2. And what would I need that for? Is exactly to, once I enter the first number, okay, we need the first container, and second container, okay, and then so let's visualize what this would be like, so that I can then do the notes. This is how I think it should work. Okay. All right. So let me just add here. Okay. Perfect. And let's say what we're gonna do is no. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Okay, so this and let's, okay, and in the field let's put it to gray, I think. Okay, and now the writing is going to be, this is good, I think. I think that the calculator will work. A visual representation. You know what? All right. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to, okay. Now, let's, hold on a second. Let's undo that, let's undo that. Okay. Okay, and let's see what it was. Okay. 2, and let's make it bigger. Can we make it bigger? No, like this right here. And yeah. Plus 2 okay. So okay, so 2, okay. Okay. Plus, okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Alright, so okay. Alright, so you know what, let's call it. Okay. Two, here will be the equal sign, and this will be 4. Okay, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay, so the idea is, is that could come from container or result. No. Result. Okay. Container. Result. variable. Console input. Like it could directly read from the console input variable, or we can take that console input variable and then just deposit it onto another container for flexibility later. Or we can just store the console input value in the same results container from the results class. Uh, Result class variable. Variable, okay. Console input variable. Container. Like arrays or other object. Okay, could be string, whatever, you know. Okay. Now what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna put this here, and we're gonna say that this right here and this right here. Okay. Less is that. And can we use a different color style? I wonder if we could. Oh, what the heck happened? Okay. I wonder if we could do like a different color style. I wonder if we could. For these things. Oh, we can. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Alright. So can we use this here? Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, and then no. He will end with this, and he will start with this. Okay, good. Alright, it's the same thing here. Now it ends with this, and it will start with that. Wait. So that is apparently backwards here. Okay. Alright, and then we'll use that. Okay, good. So can we? Oh no, text color. Alright, we're gonna have to add like a shape to this. Well, we're going to move it to the back. Okay. Good. And we're going to change the color of it. Okay. Okay. Come from. Alright, so that's how I assume that something like this will work. Right? And let's just kind of use this here. And how do we rotate this? I want to rotate it. Oh, okay, well, that's first of all, that's one thing. And then, oh no, where's the rotation axis for this thing? We'll rotate it. So, is there no way to rotate this thing? So how? Oh my god. Okay, so apparently I don't know how to rotate a shape, so let's just delete that and see if we can insert another shape that perhaps we can rotate. Like this one? Okay, much better. Okay, much better. Okay, so much better. Okay, so that's much better. Okay. So containers may come from. These may come from results, from containers. These numbers, they can come from a result variable, a console input, or other objects. Right. So that's what I That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. For some reason, it's going off on the top. Well, let's use it like this, I guess. Why is it not coming from the top? Yes. And then okay. And then much better. Okay. Sure, like this. Yeah. I think this will be better. Okay. And then this will be here. Alright, and then much better. Okay, so this is more like it. And we don't need this one, I suppose. Alright, so can we have a background on this? No, I guess not. There we go. Much better. Alright, so this. Okay. Okay, so okay. That's the first thing. That's how I think This may come from variable. Okay, now this. Let's explain this here. Okay. The operators may be held in an array. Maybe no. Okay, so there's a couple of things here that we can do. Maybe held may come from this whole thing is going to be, first of all, let's make sure that all of this is okay. Arrays, objects, variables, or they may be what do you call this? Parsed, right, from a string. Okay, so that's one idea. One idea is to parse the inputs from a string and then perform the operations. That's a good idea, actually. So instead of using the math classes, we can just parse whatever operation they have from a string. Implementation paradigms, okay? Okay. Okay, implementation paradigms. Okay, so this is good. Okay. Use classes. Okay. To use functions. 3. Use linear parsing. Parsing. Okay. Of operands and operators. Note. This means the other operators, the other what do you call them, tokens, will be legal in the input space, in the input space. Input, yeah, in the display. Precautions need to be taken to disallow any input that is not math. Okay. Any input, okay. Non-related to arithmetic. Okay. Okay, all the tokens will be legal. Of operands, okay. Okay. Implementation paradigms. Okay. Use classes, use functions, use linear parsing. Okay, that's about the 3 different implementations that I can think of at the moment. Oh, we're already at 44 minutes. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. All right. So we need to put this here on some notes here. And we need to no, first of all, align left. That's first thing. And then this should be dashes. Okay, that's first thing. And then everything here should be right, except this. Should be black. Alright. Okay, so oh, that should be good. Alright, that's first thing. And now we're going to connect this to this. Alright, so that's first. Alright. And I probably should have done it the other way, but that's fine. Let's okay. Let's do this. There we go. Alright, and now let's also put another here. Let's make sure it lies left and okay, let's paste it all and let's use this, let's use dashes. Okay. Here's the dash mark. Oh, wait. No. Okay. Here also. No. Alright. So okay. I need this to be bold. Okay. Okay. Using linear RC. Alright, so that's this. Okay. Okay, so I in fact think we should use this for this. Alright, so that's one. And then using classes. Okay. So we have results class. Okay. Alright. So results class. Okay. Okay. I think that this is going well. Alright. So that's our first node. We're going to continue this a little later because I don't want to make this streams too long, overly long. I think this is good enough for our first our first stream. Okay. And for the initial visualizations of this project. Partial string, okay. And actually this should be here too. Parsed from input strings. Okay. Alright. And let's rearrange this. That's this for now. Let's just keep this here. Okay, operands may come from oh well, shortcuts work. Good. Okay, so this is good. Okay. Alright, this is good. Okay. But we're going to make this one black. Okay. Much better. And we're going to do the I'm going to do it like this. Okay. Just gonna go like this. Okay. That's much better, I think. Okay. And finally this one. Yeah, I think this is better. Okay, so okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, so that's cleaner. Okay. Alright, so this kind of what we got here, visualization of. Alright, then this should happen. Could this be better? Huh, maybe even white. It's a little less messy. Alright. even better, less messy. All right. So let's put this. All right. Can you disconnect? No. I guess you cannot. You have to kind of delete it and redo it, I think. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We could, I want, oh, this. Yes. No, no field, but this. Yes. Yes, yes. Yes. Okay. Alright, that's much better. Alright, I think we're good. This is a better, excuse me. Okay, a better way to organize our program, and then we're going to bring up the IDE and start, you know, writing some algorithms too for the different implementations. You know, and I'm thinking that using linear parsing, you know, just parsing the input from a user, I think that would be like the easiest way to do it, I'm imagining. So maybe we're going to start with that first, you know. Maybe we're going to start with that first. So maybe we'll start with just doing that. And then we can start with like using classes instead, instead of just linear parsing, you know. So maybe we'll have like 4 implementations of this calculator. Maybe we'll do that and see how it goes. Okay. So for now, this is a good some good brainstorming of what this project could be. This is some good brainstorming, right? That's what we're doing right now. And we are going to brainstorm. And then we are going to do a little more brainstorming a little later. For now, we're going to take a rest because it's been 1 hour. We're going to eat something, and then we're going to come back and see what else we can do. Because frankly, I'm more of a hands-on person, so writing this down is good to a point, but then I need to see it in action for me to kind of my mind like start running, you know, with imagination. So we'll see what we're going to do here.